top shelf.
Hello and welcome to Top Shelf Board Games. I'm Hubba.
I'm Sabrina.
And today we're going to review Kaosball by Cool Mini or Not. In Kaosball, players take on a team, a fantasy team, and you're trying to score as many points as you can. You're fighting over the little ball and trying to get to the different scoring mounds. There's minor scoring mounds, which gets you points based on whatever period it is. Or you can go to the major scoring mound, which is opposite of your starting area, and that'll get you 5 points at the beginning of each of your turns as long as you're there with the ball. At the end of each period, you'll also get points for having runners or ringers just standing on a minor mound or standing on the major mounds. In this game, each team is made up of runners, which are the circle bases, or bruisers, which have the square bases. Your runners are the ones that can actually take the ball and go score. They're the ones that can try to steal the ball from other players, and they tend to be a little bit quicker but less durable than the bruisers. The bruisers are
the ones that tackle and attack other players.
Yeah, so they're the ones out there,
they do the dirty work.
Doing the dirty work, exactly. They can't get the ball and go score, but they can tackle an opponent, and then follow up and grab the ball and then hand that ball off to a runner so a runner can go run down and score. Mm-hmm. The ringers are like the special super all-stars of the team. They make up they can do both. Whatever a runner can do, they can do, and whatever a bruiser can do, they can also do. So any cards that interact with a bruiser or a runner also react to a ringer in the same way. They also come with special abilities for the ringer. Each game before it starts, you'll be bidding on or purchasing these ringers to come play for your team for that round.
Mm-hmm. And you're also purchasing different abilities too. So like this is what I thought was cool, was the magnetic boards in it.
Right. And these upgrades can be stacked, meaning you can buy the same one over and over again to make it, make your team super fast, or you can stack them up. The money that you use during the bidding for these upgrades and for the ringers also carries over into the game and allows you to buy off the ref when you cheat. In this game, the base mechanic of the game revolves around these energy cards, which have different numbers, and there's also cheat cards. There's also tactic cards. But anytime you get into a conflict with an opponent...
A contest,
yeah. You'll play one of those cards secretly down and then flip it over. And basically you'll add that number to your team stat. So if you're trying to tackle somebody, you'll add it to the tackling stat. If you're trying to attack somebody, you'll add it to the fighting stat. Or if you're trying to steal the ball, you'll add it to the handling. And whoever has the highest number wins. Really simple. Mm-hmm. However, if you play a card down that matches a number that you've already previously played, that card's considered dead and you automatically lose. So the mechanic, the more cards you get down in front of you, the harder it is to win contests, because your chances of being able to match what you already have down is pretty high.
Right.
But you can play tactic cards down on your turn. Instead of moving somebody, you can just play a tactics card. And these give little abilities to your team. They give you kind of little boosts in the game.
Right, and which I really enjoyed playing the game because we didn't look at the cards beforehand. So there's cards out there that he didn't know I had. And so he's like, what is that? Because there's like an upset card. If he played a high number, I automatically win.
Right.
So, I mean, I do like that the first time playing, because you don't know what the cards are. And I also like that you can look at each other as what you've already played, so you have a better chance of knowing what to play down. I like that. It
becomes kind of like a guessing game, He's got a bunch of low numbers down, so I'm pretty sure she's going to go with a high number. Well, then I'm going to play that upset card. That's exactly what she did. And because she figured I was going to play a high card, and I did, and she won, and I was
Sometimes
really upset.
It's hard to remember, though, that you're like, oh, that's a dead card, I can't play it.
Yeah.
So there's like little bit, there's just a lot to remember.
Well, there's not a lot to remember. Well,
because there is
a lot of different little abilities and stuff.
Because I forgot to let you to have people on the spaces that get you points. There's there's a lot of little things.
But I think that, I mean, you play that
over and over.
I think you get used to it. But
True.
A big part of the game too, I mean, it's Kaosball, right? It's fantasy dudes slugging it out. You got demons, ogres, vampires, and Amazons in the starter set. There's also like 14 other or 12 other teams that you can buy. All have their own abilities. But in this game, I mean, cheating is a big part of this game. And you can play cheat cards down that are super powerful, and they really turn the tide of a game. But at the end of the period, if you don't have money, the money that I was talking about, you can use that money to pay off the cheats. You can pay off the ref to look the other way for those times that you cheated.
To avoid your fouls.
But if you don't have enough money to get rid of those cheats, get the ref to look the other way, then you're going to receive fouls. And at halftime and at the end of the game, whoever has the most fouls is going to receive a pretty heavy penalty to their score. Mm-hmm. If you ever fall behind by 20 points or more, it's considered a blowout win for the other team. So you have to be careful losing points.
But there is abilities where you can re-roll the dice to see if you can get rid of it that way too without money. Which luckily, I obviously didn't manage my money well enough because I bought stuff, but I had that re-roll dice, so it saved me a little bit better.
Yeah, she was the cheater face, big time.
I cheated the last quarter.
I cheated once in a while, but I had a lot more money left over, so I was able to get the refs to look the other way. In the end, I ended up having a blowout win.
I really did enjoy it. Really did feel like you were going in and hitting that person. Like I really did see the board moving around and hitting each other and chaos. So I mean, I really did like that.
You don't like sport games though, dude?
No, not really.
So how do you like this one? You don't like sports, you don't like fighting, and you don't like tactical miniature movement, that's what this game is. So do you...
Does that mean I'm a pure Euro?
Well, I guess. But so do you like this game?
It wasn't bad. I mean,
what does that mean? I don't know what...
I like this better than the other game that you had me play, whatever that one was, the football, whatever. But I did enjoy this because I think I can manage the cards and cheating and the hand management. Yeah. And then I just like the abilities that you could buy. And I liked how you could feel that you're running into them and stealing the ball, and it just had that feel of, it just felt realistic. I played sports.
Right, that's why I don't understand why you don't like sport games.
They must not have good mechanics that I like. I don't know.
But this one does though.
I like the mechanic, yes. I like it. I mean, you'll get me to play this more than other ones.
Yes! Finally, I found a sports game we can play.
I wouldn't say that would be my first choice, but I probably would play it. So...
my favorite part is, I mean, I love those three things I mentioned, but the hand management is a mechanic I just really, really enjoy. I love managing your hand. Which cards do I play? When do I play them? I really like that mechanic in games. It goes really well into this and translates really well into the tactical aspect of moving your players around the board. You can set up, you can kind of block off areas and set up little runs, and it's some cool things you can do.
I did notice, though, there's times that you were getting really frustrated because you're like, I can't play any cards because they're all dead cards.
Yeah.
So you're getting frustrated, so you played the one card to refresh your hand, and I stopped you from it. So I liked that. So there is cards out there that are like...
It's got a lot of take that aspect to it, which I like.
Which you think Blood Rage would be that way for me, too, but I don't know.
Well, you like Blood Rage
once you play it with more. 3 players. With more than 2. Maybe I like 2 players because it has more of a take that, and it feels like a sport, a game.
You can play 4 players in this, and it would be super chaotic, Kaosball, right? Mm-hmm. 4 players would be super chaos in this game, but I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can see that.
I really love the hand management, love the upgrading, love that you can customize your team, you can buy different ringers, you can customize everything in this.
Well, and I liked how you can manipulate the board. You can put up the walls or the fire, which you were really annoying with that. Mm-hmm. But I liked how you can manipulate the board too.
And you can also do, kind of a campaign or basically a season in this game where you can upgrade your team and the things can carry over from one game to the next. So you can kind of have a progressive, do a full season with multiple people playing the game. That I think would be really cool. It's probably never going to happen, but that would be a lot of fun. I think this game would be fun to do that. It is tactical. Making the better decisions. There's no luck in the game.
I would say maybe it doesn't feel tactical because it's a sport.
Maybe.
So that's why I'm okay with it.
But there's no luck in the game, so the decisions you make are going to ultimately decide if you win or lose the game. Granted, you can draw a really good hand of cheat cards, but
beware.
Eventually those cheat cards are going to catch up to whoever plays them. So, if your opponent draws a ton of them, it doesn't really mean you're at a disadvantage, because if they play them, they're going to end up losing points more likely than not. Mm-hmm. So you're never really completely behind. At times it might feel like it, though. When we first started playing, that first period, I felt like there was nothing I could do. I felt like I was just way behind. I didn't really have any cards to do contests and win. So I did feel like I was way behind.
And I was getting up there in points.
Right. But
then you came around and won.
But I ended up coming back and beaten by 20. So you're never completely out of the game, which is fun. That's cool. Mm-hmm. The miniatures, it's Cool Mini or not, so the miniatures are through the roof. Super high detail, high quality.
Yeah, it made me wanted to paint them. I don't paint miniatures, but I kind of had the urge of wanting to paint them.
Yeah. So. The magnetic board is cool. You don't have to worry about your things falling off. Mm-hmm. So, I don't...
and they have your coach, too, which I thought was kind of fun.
The coach is, all it is just a score marker, right? But it's cool. They're totally pointless, but it's cool. I like the detail like that in games. Mm-hmm. Same with the little fire tokens. It actually looks like a little...
Yeah, their miniatures are always good.
Little fire thing, Mm-hmm. The wounds are not just little red markers. It's actually little skull figures, which are cool.
Which, that's one thing I did kind of find annoying, is putting the wound on your character. Because you
just put it in the same space, so you don't have to put it on your character.
Yeah, but I wish the characters were kind of like the Hero Scape, where you could just rotate the base.
Hero clicks?
Yeah. Hero clicks.
But it works. You can just...
it does work, but I was just thinking, I wish I could just rotate the base, and but that's probably just because I'm used to Hero clicks. It's not one of my favorites, but it is for a sport game. I like this better than other ones he's had me play.
I really enjoy this game. It's got everything. It's got a lot that I enjoy mechanically about it. So this is a home run for me. This is a no-brainer to go out and buy. For sure. If you got a competitive family that is into sports and stuff, this would be a ton of fun to play with 4 people.
Yeah, I can see it being... it's just chaotic with you and me, so I kind of want to see how it would be with more people.
Yeah. Total home run here. I haven't really heard a ton about this game, and we're late to the review on this, but it's one that, you need to go pick up. You can probably pick it up used at this point, but...
I was going to say, I think it took him forever to want to get it, just because he didn't think I'd play it.
Right. But great game. Go check it out. This is a game you have to check out. This isn't one you maybe should or whatever No, go check this one out. This is a good game. Eric Lang he knocks it out of the park. I like a lot of his games, so if you like Eric Lang in general, go pick this game up. Okay. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you can see more reviews like this one.
And share it with your friends.
Yeah, share it with your friends, and like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.